Today I have this pine board, 4 feet by 10 inches, and my Snow Owl by Wise Owl. And once you remove the lid, you want to make sure you give your paint a good stirring, as all the good stuff is at the bottom. I'm going to be applying the paint with my S50 Klingon brush, and I am going to apply 2 coats. You can get the S50 at chalkitupfancy.com. And I found this stencil, this home stencil at Hobby Lobby for $5.99. Some of you have seen me use this before. And I just use a piece of tape to connect the 2 pieces. And then you want to adhere your stencil to the board and make sure that your measurements are accurate and that your stencil's in the center of your board and evenly placed. And then I took a 2-inch foam roller. I usually grab these at Lowe's and use some black paint. The key is less paint. You're going to load and unload. And I did miss the 2 top portions of the stencil, as I really didn't want those extra images at the top and bottom. Once dry, I gave everything a really good sanding with 150. Then you want to make sure that you remove all your sanding debris from your project. Now I'm using Wise Owl's 1-hour enamel and my B10 Klingon brush. It comes with a handle. I do screw the handle off and it's just an easier fit. And then this does dry in 1 hour. You can get the 1-hour enamel and the B10 Klingon also at chalkitupfancy.com. And today we're going to be using the black gingham redesign with Prima transfer and the Sunflower Farms. Now the black gingham, I did have pieces left over from a previous one. So just to, be conservative and, save, I did go through my box and pick out some of my black gingham. If you were to purchase one, obviously you're going to have a full sheet of this to work with. And I started by putting this gingham at the bottom, and I'm using a tool that you can purchase at chalkitupfancy.com. But each tube does come with a stick to apply your transfer. But I thought this was an opportunity to show you how you can piece your transfers with some of the leftover scraps. And what I normally do is I have a box full of all the different pieces. And they do come in handy at times, especially if I'm doing a small craft. Now, then you want to take a cloth and you want to rub it. And I spend quite a bit of time rubbing my transfers. It's called burnishing, and it just really adheres it to the board. And now I'm grabbing the Sunflower Farms, and I'm going to choose a sunflower, and I'm going to cut it out so that it's going to fit and not have any pieces that look like they're ending. I want this all to flow nicely. So I just went around and cut out, and you can get pretty close to the image. And again, I'm just saving any other little piece that I leave behind and put it in my box for another project. Now, once I have this all cut out, your image is on a protective backing, and once that's lifted, you want to put it onto your project and make sure it doesn't touch anything else. And again, I'm using this tool that you can get at chalkitupfancy.com, but this does come with a stick, and I kind of went back and forth with the stick and the tool. The stick is a little softer when you're getting close to the other transfer that's already laid down, you want to be careful that you don't scrape into that and damage that image. So when I was really close to that portion, I did use the stick. It's a little softer. And again, once this is lifted, you just want to take your towel and rub and make sure everything's adhered. Now, I'm going to wait a few days before I add my 1 hour enamel. And also, I basically did the same thing at the top of the board. I don't want to bore you and show you the entire process over. In the little wreath O, I took some Republic Red and created berries. I just kind of wanted to pull everything together with the red. I did clusters of 3 berries. And I just did a random pattern. Just using a brush. And then this is Spanish moss. I just did a V just right under the berries to pull in some green. And I just kind of felt as this pulled my board all together. So here you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch our videos at chalkatafancy.com. And again, any transfers, paint, brushes, chalkatafancy.com. Thank you so much.